Dabbleverse, where content has no shame. And Lucy's tight box comes in first. Lucy does dabble, Lucy does Dabbleverse, Lucy does dabble, Lucy does Dabbleverse, Lucy does Dabbleverse. Lucy tight box brings the facts, and she breaks them down for us. Lucy does Dabbleverse. La la la, Lucy has a tight box and she shares it with dabblers. No, not like that, but she does this show for us. Lucy does dabble, Lucy does Dabbleverse, 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 yes she does, yes she do it, yeah right, Lucy does Dabbleverse, yes she does, Lucy does Dabbleverse. Lucy does Dabbleverse, she does. Lucy does Dabbleverse, she does. Lucy does Dabbleverse.
What's up, Internet? Welcome to Lucy Does Dabbleverse. I already am slurring. Everything is great. We're celebrating the new year tonight. I have champagne. I am very excited to be joined by my wonderful co-host, Trucker Andy from All Apologies Podcast.
Skull.
That's not champagne.
But yet here we are.
And yet here we are. We are going to be joined by some special guests throughout the night, but mostly tonight we are going to be looking back at 2025 in the Dabbleverse. It has been a crazy, crazy year. We have had lawsuits. We have had people going to jail. We have had exposed DMs. We've had public meltdowns. We have had horrible stand-up comedy, horrible live shows, horrible everything, good live shows, people banging, all of the good stuff. It's been a weird year.
Lots of banging, lots of cops, lots of shows, lots of drinks. And this has been like such a fantastic year for you in particular. It's been a lot of fun to watch you grow as in just the live streaming platform alone. You used to do all your shit canned, and now you're a sensation live. Look at everybody in the chat here.
I feel so lucky. 2025 has been an incredible year for me, a horrible year for many of my friends, but a wonderful year for me. I have been so thankful because I have finally gotten a little bit more comfortable on the camera to be able to do lives like this. And tonight, I just kind of want to celebrate that. So I think everybody is very used to being over prepared for things. And tonight, I am not that at all. Tonight, we're going to hang out. We're going to talk about stuff. We got a couple of packages, but mostly we're just going to chit chat about what has happened this past year and what we can expect.
Yeah.
Listen, we are going to do predictions for 2026 because I think 2026 is going to be even weirder than 2025. Don't you?
Yeah, it has the potential to go either way, but I think a lot is gonna happen, but it'll run the gamut of good and bad. I feel like, good as far as Hackamania 3, bad as far as John and Aaron Imholt continue to be in the Dabbleverse. So,
listen, don't forget about Opie, please.
Yeah, but Opie's not litigious, at least. Yet.
There's always time. Again, I think 2026 is going to be a weird, weird year. Let us start out before we get into some of our packages and talking about some of the things that have happened this past year. Let's start out by talking about some of the live events that we've done, because Andy, you and I have done tons of live events together in 2025. And
Hmm.
we've gotten to meet so many incredible people through those live events. It's been just amazing. So I think it was 5 events this year. We did Dabble House, Hackamania, Boston, Detroit. I did Villa Roma because I'm super cool. And if you want to count it, then Pulperfest as well.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah. Well, Villa Roma. You were more of a guest anyway, right? That was
I ended up doing one of the podcasts.
right. Yeah, yeah,
It was
that's
great.
true.
It was lovely.
Yeah.
I did WATP at Villa Roma. Villa Roma was a weird experience. What was your favorite of those events? Do you have a favorite?
Yes, of course I do. I think that I guess Hackamania was probably because I didn't get to go to the first one, so I was experiencing Hackamania 2 for the first time, and that was wild. And I got to meet so many new people. I'd never met Patrick Melton and Moody before. I had never met Adam Bush before. I had never, so many other people that listen to the show. So that was a highlight, and just the grounds, like where it was, the Sand Dollar was a great venue, and the rooftop pool, and it was right off Fremont, so there's like plenty to do the whole time. It was just such a great experience. But I do have a soft spot for Boston. I really did enjoy the Boston live. That was
We got
the
to meet
event itself.
Rocky. We got to meet
Yeah.
Jeff. It was amazing. Hackamania this past year was also one of my favorite events. I got to do WATP. I got to eat butter. That was a nightmare for myself and my intestines. I got to do weird medicine and creep off. But one of the things that was so amazing for me about Hackamania was just the community. Again, everybody
Mhm.
this. We're all partying and having fun. It was like super cool. And like you said, we got to meet Adam Bush for the first time. One of the big things that happened in 2025 is that Adam Bush became a regular on WATP. And we had another very big event in 2025, which was that Anthony Cumia returned to the radio, which is huge, huge news.
Yeah. Yeah. Who would have thought that we'd
I
have lived long enough to see it happen?
Everything is finally circling around, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was incredible. And what were some other I can't even believe that Dabble House was this year. It feels like it was so long ago. But yeah, when you really things into perspective, that was a great time too.
It
Even
was.
though we got waylaid to Tampa. I don't know if people know this story, but
Yeah, tell it.
Carl told us that the event was going to be in Tampa, right? And then it ended up being in Fort Myers. And I had courteously selected the cheapest flights that I could find because Carl is generous enough to pay for us to get there. So I booked these cheap, non-refundable flights to Tampa for you and I. And then Carl's like, oh, the venue didn't work out. Now it's going to be in Fort Myers. And our flights are non-refundable. So we had to drive from Tampa to Fort Myers. And
I also want to point out that not only did you get non-refundable tickets, but you also bought them way in advance, like a responsible, which I loved. I was like,
imagine
yeah,
that.
good job, Andy. Thank you.
Imagine
I
not
don't have to
waiting
worry
till
about
the
things.
last minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, so that was
But
great. That was an amazing experience. Actually, one of my favorite memories of Dabble House was the first time that I ever saw Lenny's butthole, which is a sad fact that is my favorite memory of that. But getting to hang out with all the guys from TSN was absolutely amazing. They told us all about Lenny and his woes, and watching them crack up to that was beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. It was
yeah.
it was such a good memory from the year
Yeah. I was not aware of Lenny until that
until you
weekend.
saw his
And
butthole.
now I think I intentionally did not. I was like,
I,
I think I can live the rest of my life without seeing it. So,
oh
uh,
no, I looked.
yeah, you're a daring soul.
I'm
You
an
say
idiot.
yes to everything. That's what everybody knows.
I know it's so true. Oh God, it's very unfortunate. So we have a lot to get into about what has happened with John over the last year. However, let's not forget that in 2025, at the end of 2024, John quit podcasting in a similar fashion to how he is going to quit podcasting again now, because that's just what he does on December 31st, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Why not? Why?
Traditions matter.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
Yeah.
So at the end of last year, he said, I am done with podcasting and I am not going to do anything for, allegedly, he didn't do anything for 8 months. He did tons of stuff during that 8-month period. But overall, he was off podcasting for 8 months. He wasn't doing the Stuttering John podcast as we know it. I thought that we would look back and see what he was talking about on December 31st, 2024. This is going to be him talking about the love of his life, of course, Kate Meany, because why wouldn't it be? He loved her so very much at this point in time. And now that he is currently trying to add her to a lawsuit, I thought it would be fun to see what he had to say about her back on that day.
You banged Kate Meany? Congratulations on that, bro.
I never said that. I have no idea. Well, all I know is I love her. I adore her. She's hot as fuck and she's sweet as hell. Wouldn't that be nice if I heard from her on this last show? Wouldn't that be cool?
You
Send her a link.
His facial expressions when he is talking about women has not changed at all over the last year.
You're right.
I hate it.
Do you remember in grade school they used? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, they used to sell those toys that they were a rubber face that had holes in the back for your fingers, and you could make the face talk. Did you have these when you were? I'm an older person than you. Was this not a thing when you were a kid?
My parents didn't buy me toys because I was Jewish. I don't know anything.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Some other old fucks in the chat might remember these things, but John's facial expressions remind me of that squishy face toy that was, it was a penny store toy that you would get. And he just looks like he looks like a rubber mask, right? He looks like a Halloween mask version of himself now.
Well, he loves filters more than anything in the world. We are joined by a special guest who I know also recently talked about this episode from last year, from December 31st, 2024. We are joined by the absolutely amazing Shuli from the Shuli Network. Whoop, whoop.
It is an honor and a privilege to be here in the presence of greatness. Trucker Andy, I'm a huge fan. You know that.
Yes.
And you're the best. You're the best.
No, you're the best.
No, except for Simpsons trivia games, you are the man.
The game was solid.
You had so much fun.
Hey,
guys, when I hit, I'll tell you.
I'm suing you. I'm suing you for that game and my loss of time I had at Dabblehouse.
That game is going to save your lawsuit when they say it wasn't only about John. We also had Simpsons game.
You're right.
And that's going to save your ass. So you can thank me later.
You.
Not only that, but the judge will be so bored during it, he's going to throw the whole fucking thing out. He's going to go, I don't want to watch anything else after this. Hey, guys, happy New Year coming up right around the corner. Lucy, thank you for the invite. I appreciate it.
Being here.
No problem. No problem. Yeah, a wild year for sure.
A wild year.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish off this clip. But Shuli, I do want to ask you a couple of questions because I know you have to get over and do. I think you're doing Uncle Rico show tonight. Is that right?
Well, we are, but John issued. I think he issued a challenge the other day on his show. We watched the clip about 3 times. None of us could figure it out exactly, but I believe a super chatter said, "Why don't you? If you could do a show without mentioning Shuli or Carl, I'll give you $100." And he said, tell them to do it. He said, tell them to do a show without talking about me, which we've never done that before. So tonight we're going to do a non-John related Uncle Rico show. We have accepted what we think is a challenge, and it starts tonight. And now the ball is in John's court. Let's see if he can make $100 and do a show without talking about all this bullshit. So that's what we're doing tonight.
what I am hearing is that everybody should go over to TSN and pay everybody over there $100 because you guys never talk. Well, I was literally on the other night and we didn't talk about John a single time.
No, usually for the first hour and a half of our show, it's not John related. It's usually
It's
super
vacuums.
chats.
Good God.
Yeah, it's vacuums. It's energy drink reviewers. It's fat people farting. I mean, it's the foundation, really, of the future. It's what we're building on, guys. So yeah, we're doing that tonight. It'll be fun. Grab a drink, come join us, and yeah. That's
All right,
tonight.
let's hear what else John has to say about Kate here.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, no, that was the end of that clip. I did a great job on that one.
He was wrong.
Excellent. Yeah.
He was wrong. He should have worried.
Don't worry about it. That is what we just learned from that. He also gets a little bit frustrated at one point. So let's check that one out really quick. Frustrated might be the wrong word, but he definitely, his relationship with Clay has not changed much.
Is that
over
what
the last
Pinky
year.
says? Really? Okay.
She's got dick pics of John. She's going to release them.
She probably
didn't know-
does have some intimate photos of you, right? Since you guys spent the night together.
I didn't know if she had a wide angle lens.
She said you left bloodstains on the bed sheets. She's got evidence.
And she was on the period, man.
Oh, it's the hemorrhoids.
No, it was
Chocolate.
not.
Said
here,
it like
Clay.
a chocolate covered cherry.
Clay 1 year ago, still, no, she wasn't on her period. It was the hemorrhoids. We all know.
Yeah,
What
and
a
I love the playfulness in John. This is the calm before the storm. Once he had confirmation that another series of tapes were made. Yeah, so this was fun to see him all celebratory. And I wish you could come over right now. You know, it'd be great.
I would
That
love
was
it if she
mine.
was here and she would come on from my last episode. Now, Shuli, correct me if I'm wrong about this, but I believe that the time frame of this was that the tapes season 2 were taped sometime in the December month. So this is him still bragging about it before he realized what was happening. This is him still saying, I love this girl. She is the best girl in the whole gosh dang world.
Yeah, this is the honeymoon, right? This is there.
I think it's still the
there
honeymoon.
can be no wrong. Well, listen, Paris, Eiffel Tower, anal. I mean, come on, what are we talking about here? That sounds like a honeymoon to me. So,
Why wouldn't we?
right. So, yeah, this was him. It was the way he would go on and on about Kevin when he first came back to the Dabbleverse. That was his first love here, and then Kate was his second, and yeah, and both ended up in heartbreak for him.
You do
Poor
have to
guy.
love the crescendo of Kate's prank where they met in person and she got his hopes all the way up, where he got to spend time with her face to face right before she rug pulls him down to all the way down to the floor. Just,
Yeah.
vicious
that's-
uppercut knockout of a fuck you to John. It was really, she doesn't get enough credit for that.
I was
think
just
people need
gonna
to be
say-
reminded. Yeah.
I was just gonna say credit to her because what she's doing. I don't know if you've ever seen the video, but there's like a wildlife guy who goes in like a plexiglass box in like the North Pole, and polar bears just start coming around him, and like they're trying to break. They know he's in there. They know that's food, and they're trying to break this glass while he's in there. And I feel like that's what it's like for a woman to hang out with John. Is like at any point he could attack, the glass.
She's
I
a
couldn't
lion
do it.
tamer.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it. A lot of people have been like, Lucy, go do tape season 3. And I'm like, I literally could not do I couldn't do it. I would lose my fucking mind.
And for the record, there was no season 2 in the
You
works.
would lose your lunch.
Yeah, there was no
So
season
gross.
2 in the works until John reached back out to Kate.
Absolutely.
So that's a fact that I think a lot of people just kind of either don't know or don't talk about as much. I know he likes to paint this picture of this evil, crazy woman looking to ruin his life. This guy ran right back in for more.
Yeah.
It's wild. I don't get it.
And honestly, if I had to guess one of my 2026 predictions, I wouldn't be surprised if he fell for shit again.
Well, I mean, I
And
don't
not
think
that I think it's going to necessarily happen, but if it were going to happen, he would fall for it again.
there is no easier code to crack than that guy.
Yeah.
All it takes is a compliment, and a put down of somebody he doesn't like, and you're in. You got a key card and access to all the floors, man.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
The last Atlantic City, the Tim Dransky catfish of, no, I'm a chick and I'll touch your penis in Atlantic City. And John, he's just like, I know you're a guy, but I'm so lonely. I can't not take a chance of getting my dick wet.
Well,
this is a man who's fucked 300 girls. He's fine.
Yeah, I was thinking about this last night that this guy, his whole life right now revolves around a group of people saying this guy hasn't changed or learned in 40 years, right? Since he's been in the public spotlight where people can say, this guy is the same guy. He hasn't learned a thing. Yet if you take a step back and think about it, all the mistakes he's made in the Dabbleverse throughout the years, he has learned some stuff. Don't go 0 to 100 with a chick online, because it might end up being Tim Dransky. He's learned by by stepping into these traps. But some of them, like going back to Kate, he just, I think a season 3 could happen at the snap of a finger. I don't think it's that difficult. Same participants too.
Yeah. I have an in memoriam for John's green screen. I miss the green screen fails. When you say he doesn't learn, he learned not to continuously embarrass himself with the green screen fails. And that's disappointing to me. I wish that he had not learned that lesson.
Yeah. And the worst is the people that are helping him, the training wheels now. That is like, we no longer have pure uncut John. We got, it's mixed, it's stepped on, it's tap danced on, and now we got this shit,
Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse. No, that is an interesting question, is how that has changed. I completely agree with that. I want to talk about, so again, I kind of want to look back at some of the favorite moments from 2025. I want to look at some of the exciting things that are coming up in the future. And Shuli, I think that you might be very excited because the next thing that we are going to be getting into will involve our next very special guest, who I am going to add right now. It is Vinny Paulino.
Hey! This isn't Simpsons trivia, right?
Oh, well, please. I'm still having
Who did
PTSD.
the voice of Krusty the Clown on your hand?
Hank Azaria?
Yeah. See, you lose.
I hate everything.
Goodbye. I'm out of here already.
Hi,
everybody.
Hi, Vinny.
Vinny, thank you so much for joining us. The absolutely amazing host of the Creep Off, Vote Vinny, and of course, Dolphins super fan. I think they won this week. Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately,
right?
if we want to talk football, I want them to lose so we could have a decent draft pick.
No.
You're messing everything up for me.
All right.
Bunch of winners.
What we're going to be looking at next, and Shuli, I don't know how much you have seen of this. I hope that you can hang out for a minute, but if you have to get going, no worries at all. We are going to be looking at one of my favorite moments of 2025, which is Carl doing Stuttering John's stand-up as a consequence from the Creep Off. Shuli, have you seen this?
Yes. We're not watching all of it, are we?
No, absolutely not. Good God, no. No,
All
actually,
right,
what
good.
we're going to be doing is we're going to compare Stuttering John to Carl. So we're going to hear some Stuttering John clips, and then we're going to hear Carl, and we're going to see what makes a good comedian. So let's check out John first. This is his intro here.
Come on now, let's get down and party.
Oh, God.
You don't think that's a good intro, Vinny?
Yeah, it'd be great if you're a Ninja Turtle What a cool
Cowabunga, dudes. Yo,
And also-
fucking.
Listen to that room. Does that sound like a room there's a party in? No. And so you're going, come on, let's party. And it's like 12 people going, just do your thing.
Echo.
Yeah.
Echo. It's very embarrassing. Now, let me tell you, when Carl did stand up as his consequence for the creep off, there was a surprisingly large crowd. Now, most of those people were Carl lovers and haters mocking him. So we had a pretty full room, and almost everybody was knowing what to expect.
Right.
So this is Carl introducing the Stuttering John stand-up.
Let's get down and party.
Almost exactly the same.
It's pretty good.
Same reaction.
Authentic. Both sucked. So, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. At least John had conviction. Carl's just
Yeah, Carl really fucked it up.
yeah, pitiful.
All right, let's hear John's first joke.
I'm seeing some very ugly people, but no, I'm only kidding. But like I'm looking at that shirt, and I'm wondering if it came with a cock. But anyway.
And now Carl's version.
People here tonight, a lot of ugly people. Sir, that shirt, that come with a cock?
Now, can I tell you why? I can tell you why that worked and why John's didn't. One word, sir. Him looking at the guy and acknowledging him for either, hey, hi, sir, something. John just comes out and he goes, a lot of ugly people. That shirt have a dick on it. And it's just like, fuck you. You know, it's like there's a way to kind of pet their head a little bit before you smack them at the other hand, you know?
Even comics that like to pick on the audience and mess with the crowd know how to be like endearing while they do it.
Yeah.
John opening with that is absolutely stupid, considering that he generally looks like a slovenly mess. It's not going to get people into what he's saying. So, fail.
As an audience member, you're like, who the fuck is this guy calling ugly? Like, am I, what? Is this Bizarro World? He's not
Didn't
Rickles.
I give him change when I was walking in?
Yeah, even Rickles would do the you know, what would be considered the most racist stuff today, and everybody loved it. People lined up to be goofed on by this guy because it was done in such an endearing way. They loved it.
You know, now that you bring up Rickles like this, it makes me rethink we need to change the creep off Wheel of Consequences and send him to like a very liberal PC open mic and have him do Rickles act.
Dude,
he'll be in way more trouble.
I'm in full support of that. Everybody vote Vinny.
Have him go to Brooklyn and do a spot at one of the spots in Brooklyn. That'd be great.
All right, let's check out another joke. So this is going to be about cheap fathers. So surely this will resonate for us.
Father was so cheap. How cheap was he? Can we do it at the same time? Holy shit, you guys are like... No? Okay, here we go. My father was so cheap. How cheap was he? He was so cheap, his idea of a trust fund was, John, you'll get nothing, trust me.
Is that a book joke, Julie?
Sorry.
It was on a tombstone, that fucking joke. That premise. And if you're gonna use that, then you better have some really funny shit after the audience responds. If you're on a cruise ship, that joke works. They'll get you to the next port. But
also, if you're going to start out by calling out the audience for being a bad audience, and it's not my act that sucks, it's that you guys aren't on board with what I'm doing. And then you end with a fucking joke book joke that probably everybody's heard 100 times. It's just...
Yeah, how many comedians, modern day comedians, have you heard do this fucking setup, do this premise, where the audience call and response with the audience?
Mm-hmm.
Only hacks, but Andy's right. You shouldn't be up there blaming the audience for anything, especially after you've already called them ugly. You're not making
Yeah.
friends, John.
Yeah.
I
don't think
didn't bring
he
it up
has
before
anything.
when we did that clip of him with Pat Dixon where he's sporting the evergreen look of you can't tell if I just woke up or I've been drinking all day. It could be either.
Now that's a
And,
comic.
Yeah.
All right, you guys want to see Carl's version of that? Vinny, do you remember? All right, so again, at this point, it was early on in the set, but I still feel like Carl had kind of won people over because it was all Dabbleverse people who wanted to see him fail.
Well, here's the thing. That video is a little misleading. And I wanted to correct you on this earlier.
Please.
The people who were there to see Carl, we all showed up late. But naturally, because this was an open mic, Shuli, half
Yeah.
of the crowd was already in the back of the room.
Sure.
So the people who came to see Carl all snuck it right to the front. And I
Yeah.
think Andy was filming that right in the middle of them. I sat in the very back of the room the whole time watching it, and it was marvelous. I reveled in the silence and the gasps.
Any open mic, go to the back of the room. That's where all the action is. As a comic once told me when I was starting out, you want comics to watch and laugh your set, light yourself on fire. That's the only way they're gonna fucking pay attention and like what you're doing. That's where all the reviews, that's where all the critiques are. You know, I remember one of the open mics in Vegas. There was a guy who showed up in a wheelchair and asked to do time, and we said sure, we don't want to get sued. We lifted him up on the stage. He's up there and he's bombing. I mean, just bombing. And I'm in the back of the room. One of my buddies leans over and he goes, "Dude, if I was in a wheelchair, I'd be crushing right now."
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's a back room. That's a comic, you know, jealous of being crippled because for material purposes. Like, that's a real deal comic, you know?
That wheelchair gives me an idea.
Oh, he's like, the jokes I'd write if I couldn't move my lower half. Oh, forget it.
All right. Let's get into John's most famous stand-up bit. Of course, the squeegee. I think we've all heard him do this before, but let's hear it again just so that we can remember before Carl does his version.
I do, because I'm very spontaneous. I'll be in the bed and I'll be in my underwear, you know, nothing else. And then I go, okay, you know, I'm in the mood. So I'll, so I'll start taking care of business. Hold on.
I would also like to point out, actually, I'm just going to pause that for 1 second because John's whole year this year has been bragging about how many chicks he's banged, but also trying to fly chicks out to bang them.
Yeah.
This is the only way that he is getting off, is this squeegee bit.
He's in the import-export business this time of year. You know?
Does he just have like an airline voucher or something, like burning a hole in his pocket that he's hanging on to for this purpose? Because he never has any money for anything else, but somehow he's willing to fly people out to his place.
Well, yeah. then if they agree, then comes the call to Vince or whoever has an actual credit card to get a ticket for this person and fly him out.
Yep.
It's sad that you're right.
Taking care of business. And then I splooge all over my stomach.
Nothing that anybody has ever wanted to hear. All right, this is the punchline.
What I do is I pull my underwear up like this, and then I squeegee everything down right into the pubes. 2 hours later, my pubes dry. They look like Don King's head.
Now, I have good news because obviously we did not get to actually see John doing that bit, but we will get to see Carl doing that bit because thank God he always loses creep off everything. Although I think right now, Vinny, you might be behind.
Let's not worry about that. Let's not worry about that. Let's just savor the victory that I had in the past.
Let's watch Carl do the squeegee bit with full video, getting to see him imitate all of the gross.
I'll lay in my bed, just my underwear on, no other clothes. And I'll get in the mood, you know? And so I'll get to business, I'll start taking care of myself. and I'll just splooge all over my stomach. And what I do then is I grab my underwear and I lift it up and I squeegee everything down into my pubes. And a couple hours later, my pubes look like Don King's head. And, you know, they say sperm's really good for your complexion. My stomach looks like I'm 18 years old. That's my time, everybody. Scoop!
That's my time.
He was getting
mangled
light
it.
about 2 minutes before that.
First of all, Carl mangled that bit, number one. Number two, what brand underwear was that? What the hell did that say? Sahara? What was that?
Why do you want to know that? That's the weirdest question
It
about
just
that
looked
entire thing.
odd. He usually says, you know, whatever, jockey, something, you know, it was some weird German
Looks like
company.
I'm
But that guy
18.
takes
I
the
thought so,
German
too.
thing to the next level.
I
Can
think
we
they're
see?
Gloria Vanderbilt is what
We'll
Yeah,
I
zoom
watch
in
it.
on this.
They're lady panties.
Well, okay, what is that? Omaha? What the fuck's he wearing?
Yeah.
What? Julie, everybody calls
What
him
is
gay.
that?
What the hell are you doing to yourself right now?
Obama? Are those Obama underwear, dude?
JFK's head chunk in the chat's got it. Costco. It says Costco.
Costco.
My favorite part of John's version of the bit is the woman screeching like John Merrick just got revealed to the audience. And everybody, when he pulls up his shirt and his midriff is showing, a
Yeah.
woman screeches like Frankenstein has just entered the building. And that's the funniest part about John's version of the bit.
I liked it. This was the first time I heard it with headphones on, so it was a little clearer. I heard someone say, Jesus Christ, in the
Yeah,
middle of
that's
it,
great.
He is a legit garbage pail kid. He's a grown-up garbage pail man. He's
Carl's all right. You're being too hard on him, Andy. Can I just throw this? Because I got dinner upstairs, so I got to run before we're on. But can I just throw out my favorite moment so far of
Yes,
2025
please. I would
before
love
I
that.
go?
Yes.
I think people have already forgotten about this, but we went through John using filters phase in 2025. That was fucking hilarious. He got reported for looking like testicles and had to shut down the stream and start a new one back up when he came on as an egg. Do you remember that?
I forgot about the dildo, too. He came out as
The
like a
dil- and then-
zebra-shaped dildo.
Two different
Yeah.
dildos. Two different dildos. He was a cow dildo and then a normal dildo.
I mean, I thought about that the other day and I'm like, was that a fever dream? Did that really happen? And it happened, man. And it's fucking great. So here's to 2026. Lucy, you're the best. Andy, great to see you as usual, my friend. Moonhead, you know I love you. We got to do some wrestling again soon, buddy.
Smooches, baby. Let me know.
All right, pal. All the best, guys. TSN tonight. Bye, buddy.
Hi, Julie.
Bye,
Thank you so
Julie.
much for joining us. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, guys. Thank you. Bye.
I want. Oh, go ahead.
What's TSN?
I've never heard of it before.
Don't ask.
Oh, sorry.
Distance yourself.
A lot of vacuums, let me tell you. I loved the filters that John was doing this past year. So I made a game, and I have not made a new game for tonight, but I was really proud of the intro that I made for the game. So do you guys want to revisit the filters that John was doing so that we can see all of them again, because they were completely gosh darn absurd. In like, I have never seen anything like this. Why? It's mind-boggling to me. All right, let's look at my little intro that I made.
What's John gonna be today? An egg, a testicle, who can say? Alien, gremlin, or dildo clone, prancing on your phone display. Hot dog dancer, broccoli prancer, zucchini hero, no one's pressure. Potato face or a filtered face, alien Billy, my black face. What's John gonna be today?
He truly was a dildo this
He
year.
was all those things in like the span of one episode, too. Like he was just trying everything, wasn't he?
he was showing Ava everything. He was like so proud of it. He was like, "Look, I'm dancing as a broccoli. Look at me. I'm a broccoli."
It's amazing. More of that, please.
Why? Why? All right, Vinny, what were some of
Ye-
your favorite moments of 2025?
There was one recently that I laughed really hard at. As you know, you've been covering on this channel. The lull suit is going on, and there was a very recent episode that I laughed for a good half hour, just giggled to myself when I saw Vince the lawyer tell John that he thought he had a 25% chance of winning the lawsuit after what I'm assuming behind the scenes has been a solid year of coaxing and telling him, "No, you got this, baby. You got this, John. You got it, man." And then just to say to him and to watch John's face just go
That-
blank
Oh
was
yeah.
chef's kiss.
John lost his mind over that. He could not recover. He kept bringing it back up and bringing it back up. He had thought that Vince thought he was going to win. And Vince finally told him, no, dude, you're losing. There's no way that you're going to win this lawsuit.
When you keep going live and giving the opposition ammunition to squash the case and point out how it's obviously frivolous and everything that you said the lawsuit about is really about your hurt feelings, and you're doing it to yourself, how could you not go, oh no, you're never going to win this? Everybody thinks that, except John.
Well, yeah, John's completely delusional, but I really think we saw something that was really special there.
It was raw.
Because it was one of those things where Vince was saving that, right? Like Vince was waiting for the moment for him to ask him that so he could just say that to him just to see what would happen. And I feel like what we saw was Vince holding the cards, waiting to play them. And then the moment happened and he just put it right there on the table. And it was like the moment in when Lisa told Ralph that she didn't like the card.
A heartbreak.
And his heart got ripped in half. We watched that in terms of his face just... What do you mean? What? And then it went from dumbfounded to insane anger. Like he just went from what? Oh, you're just fucking with me, Vince. Oh, you're just fucking. It was amazing to watch that whole cope. It was fantastic. So that was probably my favorite moment of the year. My second favorite moment of the year is when he thought $100 would get Kate Meany to his mom's house to have sex with him. I thought that was funny too, but that was on the tapes.
Listen, he thought a lot of things were going to happen on those tapes. He was completely convinced that he was going to get Kate Meany anywhere he wanted her to be. Hasn't
I'll get
happened.
you an Uber to Maz. Get you an Uber to Mom's house.
Has not happened at all. We are getting joined by yet another lovely guest. Luigi Greenberg is here right now. Hello, Luigi.
You're muted, Luigi.
He's been very sick. That's how you
You
can tell
muted
that
your
he's very
screen
sick.
as well.
You're muted, Andy. Shut up.
We wish.
Hey, how's it going?
Happy New Year.
I'm sorry, I am a little late. I had to put down my copy of Triceratops and Bottoms. I started reading that last night. If you're not familiar, Vinny, Andy opened our minds to a whole new genre of erotica involving dinosaurs and other things.
What do you
balloon
think is the
animals?
most sensual dinosaur there, Andy?
I hate it.
Yeah. Obviously the brontosaurus, that neck. Ooh. It's a girthy neck.
Got it.
So phallic. Are all dinosaurs phallic? Anyways, Luigi is here because he is going to be catching us up on another huge thing that has happened in 2025. We are going to be talking way more about John. I'm kind of pushing off the John stuff because so much has happened, even with his 8 months off. But Luigi, you are one of the experts on what is happening with Karmic X.
I'm so that's an insult to be called an expert.
I'm sorry, or you're welcome.
No, I appreciate it. I've tried to start drifting away from John. John got kind of boring for me this year. for a few reasons, and I have found so much more interest in our lovable hick from Minnesota, Mr. Karmic. And I don't want to presume that you know anything, so please tell me where you'd like me to start.
Well, I know that a lot of people said that they fell in love with Karmic X with all of his crying. He has cried on the internet in 2025 probably more than anybody else. I think that is entirely possible, right?
On the internet.
Yeah.
Anyone
maybe
else on the
also off
internet,
the
not
internet.
not the Dabbleverse, the internet.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everybody really got interested in him. People were a little bit interested in him, but what really drove the interest was with his relationship with Felicia. So why don't you start us out with kind of how that happened, what has happened, where their relationship is at right now? Because
Oh.
I feel like I cannot keep up with those two.
Well, it's funny because there's a lot up for interpretation. I'll stick to the facts at first and then kind of talk to it. But before I do that, I like to drop one of those whenever I can. So yes,
Was that
Karmic.
like a dinosaur noise, or what was that?
It was the Brontosaurus.
A very homosexual dinosaur. Yes. I it's funny. I'm actually a little late to the game with Karmic, and I want to tell this part of the story first, just because I do believe it adds a little bit of context to the current history, which was I avoided investing too much time in Mr. Karmic because I thought he was on the verge of hanging himself at any given day because of his rage, and I didn't want that on my conscience. And I really kind of avoided it. But what actually got me drawn in to it was his relationship with Felicia. And I did not believe that any of it was true for a very long time. Maybe even up until very recently did I believe it was not true. I thought it was a work. I thought it was a total pro wrestling work because the interaction between the two of them seemed like alien people. They did not seem to have any chemistry. And when they talked about sex, it sounded like they did not know how it worked. He would say, oh yeah, I made love to her butt. And like just things that didn't make sense when he said them out loud.
I just want to point out also, it is weird to me that we in the Dabbleverse, that anybody in the Dabbleverse is talking about sex.
I agree. Exactly.
Like,
that's
this
a big
whole
part of it
universe-
too, is they talked about it at all. Yeah, exactly.
We should be making fun of comedy. We should be having Judy coming and telling us about the law. We should be making fun of Stuttering John. We should be doing all of these things. Why in the fuck is anybody talking about their sex life?
Yeah.
The
level
last
of
thing,
sex
yeah, I
and
wouldn't wanna talk about.
cops is that's a very specific 2025 benchmark. How many times the police have been called and how much banging has been brought up. Definitely unique to 2025.
I mean, like, let's take a quick poll here amongst the three of you. Is your personal sex life something you want to discuss in front of a public audience?
Yeah, let me go get the journal. Hold on.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for somebody to ask.
How many super chats? What's the
Why
super
take these
chat?
notes? Copious notes.
It's so odd to even the concept is ridiculous. No, normal people don't like to talk about that. And and one of the things that Karmic really leaned into was his pussy eating skills. He loved to talk about how great he is at eating pussy. And the only person I've ever known to do that was a flaming homosexual who tried to convince people that he was straight. But okay, so no, were you about to say something, Vinny? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I was gonna say leave Andy alone.
I know, I bring it up all the time.
He's like, I am a pussy eating machine, Luigi. We know that's how Andy talks.
Yeah, I like a Chinese restaurant. How many cats I eat? Yeah,
a little bit of a
Twice
leap,
greater.
but I'll allow it. Okay, so Please forgive me. I do have, I am getting over the flu and my voice is still not totally great right now. But a little bit of backstory is that, yes, Karmic was a listener to MLC and the Pat Dixon show. He was a very loyal listener and contributor, was a big fan of KB and a big fan of Pat Dixon. And he started making appearances on both shows occasionally. I think he had to pay his way to do it. It was kind of a fan lip service. And at some point, he connected, and this is actually something I've tried to research, and no one can give me like an exact pinpoint scenario of how it happened, but he connected with Felicia Gillespie, who is Pat Dixon's ex-girlfriend. There's a long sordid history, no reason to get into all of it, but let's just say the last time they dated was over 2 years ago. And
I'll also point out on John's last stream from last year on December 31st from 2024, he is actually asking Pat about that and encouraging Pat to get back with Felicia. And Pat said hell would have to freeze over. So at this point, Felicia's reputation is not necessarily great. And that is kind of what led Felicia and Karmic to somehow get in touch with each other, right?
Yes, and a little bit more backstory on that is that I might be biased because Pat is I'm a big fan of Pat Dixon, and Pat Dixon couldn't have handled it with more class. He really did not enjoy talking about her unless she brought him up and he defended himself. I thought he did a very good job of not crowbarring himself in any positions there. But whenever he did respond to anything she had to say, he had very, very terrible things to say about her. And for a little while, I think he might have been losing some ground amongst the fans because people were kind of wondering, wow, can what he's saying be true? Well, Karmic, just for the sake of hitting the bullet points, became disillusioned with Pat Dixon. There's a big backstory there where he made some very shitty comments about someone on Pat Dixon's show, and he said some really unforgivable things that were just really, really gross. And he started being shunned. And when he connected with Felicia, apparently the two of them started going on a little bit of a Dabbleverse press tour to talk about their sex life, and also to talk about how horrible of a human being Pat Dixon is. And
again, so just to jump in a little bit here, Luigi, a lot of that very much seemed like a work, and you kind of alluded to that. And that was just a very crazy time period, because then what we all learned was that apparently Karmic X and Felicia were actually together and happy and in love. And then all of that was ripped away from us.
I still don't know what to believe.
I don't know what to believe ever with these two. And again, that's kind of the weird thing that exists within these love stories. So we're going to be talking a little bit also about like Schizo Sean and the things that he's been doing lately, because that has related to both Villaroma as well as to the Clipaverse and all of those things. But all of these, and we've had Matt Mead and I can't remember. Scarlett. Thank you. Yes. What a weird world for relationships this year. I don't know if I believe any of them at any given time.
Agreed. I'm skeptical of everything.
So, Luigi, where do you think their relationship is right now?
Go ahead. Will you say something, Vinny?
No, I was going to say all these relationships are about as real as Carl and Jenny's.
That's not helping the rumors right now, Vinny.
Oh,
God damn it, Vinny.
Is this odd? I'm just kidding.
Oh, by the way, I want to give Vinny credit about his analogy earlier about Ralph reading the card from Lisa. That's it just worked so well in my mind. I was like, that is the perfect analogy. I choose you. But yes,
I have to chime in and say that
Please.
there has to be some sort of sincerity to Karmic's feelings for Felicia. Nobody would behave the way that he's behaved on camera as a bit, because it's fucking embarrassing.
So here's the thing. This is where the story gets even a little more weird. There's probably like 100 pages of content, or I'm sorry, context versus 2 or 3 pages of content. There's so much that just has to be packed in to tell Karmic's story. Karmic has admittedly said that he was a late bloomer. Possibly, and he's given 3 different dates, so we don't know exactly which one is the real one, but I'm gonna guess the latest. Karmic might have lost his virginity less than a decade ago. He apparently does not have a lot of experience with women.
So, like,
He's
during
older than
Trump's
he looks.
first
He's-
term, he got laid.
He's given 3 different dates. He said he was 17, then he said he was 22, and then he said he was 32 when he
hold
lost
on.
his virginity.
How old is this guy now? He looks
40.
like he's 55.
Yeah,
He turned 42 yesterday.
He looks.
What? Hello?
Did we
we
lose
lost
Vinny?
Vinny.
Oh no.
He said
Womp
something really
womp.
funny. I can guarantee it.
I
But,
was
okay,
hanging on
continue.
what he was going to say. But that also adds a little bit more context to this story that Karmic is not experienced with women. So to back up just a little bit there, he meets Felicia and they start, we still can't hear you, Vinny. Something's wrong.
There you go.
Oh,
I just heard him.
Hello.
there
You're
you are.
back.
Oh, Moonhead.
Sorry, guys.
Yay.
You were gonna,
Vinny's
you were in the
back.
middle of a sentence. Do you remember what it was?
No.
Moving on.
So he does this tour with Felicia where they are saying that even though he was not there to witness any of it, he fully believes Felicia's accusations that Pat Dixon was physically abusive, mentally abusive. And again, I am biased, but Pat Dixon handled it with pure class and just said, I will only address what is addressed to me. And he really didn't talk much about him. And over time, Karmic begins to reveal his very emotional alcoholic side. And that's something that he's admitted to. I don't feel like I'm saying anything out of school. And begins to just become very aggressive against Pat Dixon on a daily basis, saying he hates Pat Dixon and that Pat Dixon did all these horrible things to Felicia. And fast forward to recently, where Felicia Gillespie posted a video dancing with some crew members of a comedy club. I do not know exactly what was happening. They were dancing publicly on a floor while cleaning, I believe they were doing. And he lost his goddamn mind and went on a 6-hour binge. This is in November, on the air, saying a lot of horrible things about her, called her cunt at least 24 times in the span of 6 hours.
So have I.
And then also made some ridiculous claims that she internet stalked a woman that made eyes at him at a symphony that they attended, and that she...
Hold on, wait a second.
Yes.
Those two went to a symphony?
That was the hardest part to believe. That was weird. But okay, so listen, if you don't know the story,
Nobody's ever
Vinny,
been
this is
fancier
crazy.
at a symphony.
So apparently there was a oh God, was it a violin player? Okay. I forgot that detail. Someone in the chat is bound to know. So apparently during the symphony, someone in the symphony made eyes at Karmic, and he claims, we don't know it's true, that Felicia went home and found her Instagram account and started following her out of just pure hatred and spite, or you know what? I'm not going to try to explain her reasoning, but he said it creeped him out. And then also she said that he was not it was a Asian violinist. I don't know why that's funnier.
You don't know she was making eyes at him.
No, of course not. We don't know anything.
Who gives a fuck?
But also, who gives a fuck? Exactly.
Who
Exactly.
gives a fuck? Oh my god,
Yeah.
I do not care about their relationship. I do like. I
But-
know it's been
you,
big news.
you allowed this. You asked
but
Luigi
it's
to come on.
bonkers.
No,
It is
but like this
40
is
minutes
one
on
of the
it.
craziest things in 2025. I appreciate it, and I know how much people love it because again, watching Karmic lose his shit, watching Felicia being a fucking cunt, watching all of these things is so enthralling to all of us. I cannot deal with it. It's mind-boggling to me.
It is grown adults acting like children. I have too many responsibilities to act like that because I don't have the fucking time for it. And when I see other people do it, some part of me is a little jealous, or I'm just like, God, that must be nice to have all that free time. But so he also says that she guilted him when he took super chats and acknowledged them when he knew that the super chatter was female. There's a lot of accusations.
Oh, I'm gonna go start super chatting. Is this a thing?
Yeah.
Holy
hold on.
shit!
Yeah.
Hold on. Girls actually super chat?
No.
That's the hardest part. I was like, we don't know who's
We just get
female.
pulled up.
And
Donna
even if they say they're female, we still assume they're men.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh.
I can't
And-
get over those two at the fucking symphony, though. That's the best thing in the world. He's like dancing in the aisle with a stupid leather jacket on, smoking a cigarette.
Oh, I picture him renting an Orange Talks like Dumb and Dumber. Felicia's wearing the blue one.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit. Well, when they broke up, within a few hours of him doing this 6-hour stream, Pat Dixon contacts him and says, why don't you come on my show? Let's bury the hatchet and let's talk. And believe it or not, Karmic accepts and goes on. I believe he did Pat's show first. In the course of this day, they did each other's shows. One did one and one did the other. So I just don't remember exactly which one came first. Apologies. But Pat Dixon asked Karmic, you know all that shit you've been saying about me trying to, have your girlfriends back? Is any of that, did you really believe that? And Karmic full on says, I know it's not true. I was just trying to be a good boyfriend. I know you didn't do any of that shit. And just confesses live on the air and just, we had Pat on our show shortly after that, and we celebrated best week ever with him, best week in the Dabbleverse of just being completely vindicated. And he just said, Pat, I know you're a good guy. I was just trying to be a good boyfriend, and then also gets into, hey, this is my first girlfriend. I don't have girlfriends. I don't know how to act is essentially the point of his story. And yeah, go ahead.
Luigi, this is actually a really interesting point about 2025 that I think brings the Dabbleverse together, which is that there has been a lot of backpedaling this year, right? Everybody who has done something this year has then gone back and said, no, I did that because of X, Y, and Z. Or
I feel like
this
that's
is
a
not really the
Dabbleverse
thing. That
recurring
has been
thing.
a trope of the year,
Yeah.
but especially this year, I feel like, right?
It's like saying
We
you
had-
don't want to get named in a lawsuit and then you
Yeah, that's exactly. I did it. Fucking everybody has done it this year. This has been one of the copes of the 2025. No.
I was actually kind of surprised. But yes, I was actually kind of surprised you guys didn't talk about after John got that 20% that 20% answer from Vinny from Vince. I'm sorry, I get Vince and Vinny mixed up. Apologies. Which one I'm supposed to say? I'm not saying I get your physical features mixed up. I'm sorry. But shortly after that, he went on a tirade about how people should be nicer to each other, and that maybe we could all change. He gives the Rocky IV.
Oh no!
Yeah, he gives the Rocky IV speech, And suddenly it was just prompted by someone telling him that he might not win, which I would like to just, pull back the clock and say that from yours and my very first show where we reviewed the lawsuit, I said someone is trying to set him up for failure. We think we know who, but someone gave him confidence pills and is doing all of this for content in hopes he's going to fail. I said it from day
confidence
one.
has been dashed. That confidence has very much been dashed. All right, Luigi, take us forward a little bit now when it comes to Felicia and Karmic X. So where are they now after the relationships have been mended, broken, happy, sad, cunty, all of the different things? Where are we today?
So here's what's crazy is I don't think there's a clear answer because it depends what you want to believe. They were on the outs. She did several interviews saying she's done with him and wants nothing to do with him. But he cried several times on his show and talked about how he he loved her. And you know what? Actually, just a quick backup. I believe they dated 2.5 months, something like that. But he loved her, he missed her, and that he fucked up his life because he ruined his relationship with her. And she has simply said, that dude's fucking crazy. I don't want anything to do with him. In every interview she's done. Okay, so go ahead.
Wait, 2026 prediction. Who's she going to bang this year?
Well, hold on. There's more to the story, but Vinny was about to say something.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, you can't blame the guy. It was a beautiful August to October relationship. It was gorgeous. He was
less
in
than a
love.
summer, less than a high school summer relationship. And so here's what's crazy is that it seemed to be kind of accepted and solidified that he's just a drunken, drooling, crying, closeted mess, and she wants nothing to do with him, except that last week they did an appearance together on MLC. And again, depending on what you want to believe, they had it out and he backed down to everything she had to say. Like she was like calling him a liar. She said, a lot of stuff. I'm really trying to hit the bullet points here. And he really had no retort. And then there's this weird moment where her face starts going off screen and it catches her before she goes off screen laughing. And now the belief is that maybe this really was a work and it's still going on. I find it very hard to believe to fake all of those tears that he's been doing. I get it. And what man would want to humiliate himself as much as he's been humiliated?
I don't think that either of them have made enough money for this to have been a work. But what I would like to think about really though is in 2026, if we had to guess who each of them were banging, who would it be? Since they both love talking about the sex life. So, Luigi, who is Felicia banging in 2026?
Clearwater Chad.
Really?
That's yeah. Yep.
Not really. No, I'm kidding. But apparently Clearwater paid her some money to interview her, and a lot of people were joking that they were maybe dating.
What about Karmic X? Who's Karmic X gonna bang?
Man. I think Karmic X is gonna continue his little stretch of his dry spell. His dry spell. Oh my God. But man, I see that's a really great question. It's really making me think hard. I see Felicia making some sort of stunt, some sort of stunt effort to pretend like she wants to get back with him and it being insincere, but she just has been enjoying the attention she's been getting from Kevin. And I see her trying to make some kind of appeal to him live, like not personally. It has to be in front of an audience on KB's show sometime soon. But I don't see them actually getting together. I don't see them getting back together because if any part of this is real, it is very toxic, very psychotic, and adults shouldn't be acting this way.
No,
So-
not at all. Vinny, if you had to guess who they would be going to the symphony with next, who would that be?
Well, I have no idea what Felicia's up to, but I'm going to assume Karmic will probably change it up this year and use his left hand.
That sounds so nice for him, actually.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things that apparently really hurt Karmic's feelings was that Felicia made a joke on stage that she worried that he might have at some point fucked a sheep.
Sounds legit. Yeah.
I
would take that.
So,
to heart.
Andy, do you think that
I
she's
think maybe
fucking
that's the
sheep in
girlfriend.
2026, or Andy? Who else could she?
What
possibly
did
be
she
fucking?
find? Wool in her pussy? What happened?
You know, and it's not even that funny of a joke. But like, who wouldn't have a look? I'm not a comedian, but I realize like nothing's off limits with comedy. And if someone made a joke about that, I'd be like, hey, try to make it funnier. But who gives a fuck what you say about me? No one actually believes it's real. Apparently, this guy who's trying to make a life in the comedy world, he's done apparently some stand-up sets. Got some favors from Felicia to do some sets. He couldn't take a fucking joke where he wasn't even in the fucking audience. That's a real thick-skinned comedian.
He did also do his first stand-up set this year. That was another thing that
Right,
happened
yeah,
in
yeah.
2025.
Is
I
there
think he did
video?
well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There is some video, yeah.
Felicia
Right.
took it.
Someone send that to me, please.
Believe it or
I
not,
wanna watch
he
it.
he understood. He seemed to understand patience with the crowd. Like he waited for his punchline. He wasn't like, jumping at it. And I'm going to commend him. It was brave, and for his first time, he didn't bomb.
Right.
Yeah, good for him. But you got to have a thicker fucking skin if you're going to try to make this a career or even a fucking hobby. Jesus. Oh,
All right,
and also she
Andy.
called him a retard and
Well, who
said-
hasn't?
and said that she was going to try to have him tested for his IQ because maybe she could get benefits if she took care of him, which that one might have crossed the line with me. I might have been a little offended if my girlfriend said that to one of my heroes. Yeah.
Andy, do you have predictions on who's banging who in 2026?
Oh, yeah. I think it's gonna go to the chat, or maybe like Karmic will hook up with that redhead hot girls say whatever. It's trying to like work her way into the Dabbleverse somehow and got chased out in 2 seconds. She might fuck Karmic, and then Felicia will probably fuck Tommy Jordan. But this Karmic, this is like the world's most boring soap opera on paper. I need the crying, I need the vacillating, the dancing, to the screaming at the chat, to the crying. Like that's what's interesting about Karmic. Is like, Days of Our Lives shit is not why I like Karmic. But
I actually think that the most boring soap opera of 2025 has been the beef between Kiki and Haley from I just completely
and now
blanked
that
on
you mentioned
everything.
that was like one of my favorite parts with Karmic, when Haley was doing Karmic's dance moves on her
Yeah,
stream.
that was amazing.
Where they're dancing
Luigi's
together.
got it
More
right
of
now.
that,
Yep,
Haley.
yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You need some dancing? You need some dancing, Andy?
Yes, please.
Truly, truly amazing. Generally, I love Haley and all the work that she's been doing. She has been covering Aaron Imholt so incredibly this year. Obviously, Aaron went to jail. So much has happened with Aaron, and I have loved all of that. But the beef between her and Kiki has been just insufferable to me. Nobody wants to come home and hear their wife bitching about another woman, right? So why in the fuck are we listening to that? I can't stop looking at Luigi right now. It's really,
I can keep going if you like.
it's really
I like
challenging.
how he
for
was
me.
doing the Velociraptor thing. That was sexy.
Oh yeah.
It's
Get
the
into
thriller.
it,
It's the
Vinny.
thriller dance.
The Tricerabottom is what
While
that's
he
called.
continues dancing, I'm going to hit a few super chats here. We have Woody from Syracuse coming in for $10. 16 cotton picking inches of snow in Syracuse. Yippee. Happy New Year to you all. Happy New Year to you as well. When the ball drops tomorrow, I'm going to curl up and read my favorite novella, Morning Glory Milking Farm. Fuck you. We're fighting now. Thank you, Lucy. Thank you, Woody. Happy New Year. Fiore for $19.99. Thank you so much. Kaylee, don't ever stop being yourself. I appreciate you. I love you. I love everything that you do. I admire you and I support you every day. Thank you. I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but at least I get to show you my love and support. Thank you. I appreciate that so very much and Happy New Year. Florida 49er fan. Hi, Princess, for $2. Thank you. And hello.
Say hello back, Andy.
Prince?
Hello.
Yeah. He's doing it. A Raper Butt coming in for $2. Tell us more about how Carl stinks. Amen, sir. Raper Butt has been one of the unsung heroes of the Dabbleverse this year. He has helped me with all of my quickies with Lucy, and it's truly amazing. So, Raper Butt, Happy New Year. Sorcerer coming in for $10. Ultimate wrap-up show, 24-hour stream. Just kidding. Shuli, is that your parrot, or who is your best friend and you hate? Can you please do a Riley show?
Hey, we do a Riley show, and Shuli made an appearance 3 weeks ago. So there you go, Mr. Sorcerer. Check that out.
Where can people find that?
Hackride Studios. We do unboxing Riley Martin on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and Shuli made an appearance and told us a couple of behind-the-scenes stories. It was actually really fun.
Yay. We have Crane and Bird for $2. Lost a phone. Who cares? Skull. Oh God. John lost his phone this year also. Actually, wait, was that last year? Oh my God. I can't keep track
I
of
believe it was both. I'm not kidding. I believe it was both.
What an idiot. Not Matt Fish for $5. Lucy doing great shows in 2025. Got her temporary tattoo back at DabbleCon too. I need another sticker to keep killing it. That's right. I have temporary tattoos. If you ever see me in person, ask me for a temporary tattoo that says Lucy Typebox on it. Anthony Zenhauser is over here, $10. I believe that he is doing a live show on New Year's Eve, if I remember correctly. You can find out about that, I am sure, tonight on TSN. He is saying, what a year. It's been a blast getting to know you guys at Content House and watching Lucy come into her own and become a streamer. I've always known she could do it. Thanks for all the boobs. Let's go 2026. And Michael P coming in with $5. Happy New Year's to you all. Go Bills. Go Bills, Michael P. I know that Vinny shares that sentiment completely. You can see it in his face right now.
Nah.
No, it's not happening. All right, I tried. Lyndon 49, $2. Thank you so much. Thanks for all the laughs in 2025. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Sure. For $5. Shuli's on the show. Thumbs up. He's going to be on his show too tonight. TSN tonight, I believe, 8 o'clock. Rumpled trench coat for $5. A Triceratops and bottoms. Did you read Jurassic Pork? Oh boy.
What was the name of the other one? Was it was Don Juan Velociraptor?
Yeah.
I don't want to talk
It was a
about
pretty
any
straightforward one. I don't know if you guys saw. It's just called T-Sex.
Right. That's good. That's
I like
better than
I hate
it's
all
no
of them.
with tiny little hands.
It's no full sack, but what can you do?
Sure.
Piss wife coming in for $2 Canadian. JWO.
JWO Jug World Order.
Nigsaw coming in for $2. Is Luigi wearing a John Dildo filter on his shirt? It does kind of look like that, actually.
The John Dildo filter.
Yeah, when John was a dildo.
Oh, that's right.
You look like that. Beef Drippins coming in for $2. Watching Lucy's face during the novels was fun. Thank you.
What novels?
Triceratops and Tricerabottoms. And then there was one called Unhinged, which was my favorite of all of them, in which a man is magically transformed into a door. And a woman has to have sex with this door that separates her from a murderer. You heard me.
Why are we talking about this again? I hate it so much.
Because I'm telling everybody.
No. Donna G, one of the best, Donna G is here for $10. Thank you,
Donna
Donna G, for not making me listen to these idiots talk about Triceratops and bottoms anymore. $10.
Don't forget
Thank you so much, Donna G.
Pterodactyl. That was a good one.
Wait, pterodactyl? Maybe that's. You know what? I'm gonna
mad at all of you, and Donna G and I are standing together because us women in the Dabbleverse need to understand how all of you men can't talk over us about stupid dinosaurs fucking anymore. So listen here. Donna G says
hockey erotica.
We did survive the Dabbleverse. We did, Donna G. It is because of folks like you. Thank you for making all these maroons entertaining. Happy New Year wishes for you all. Oh, hey, Andy.
Oh, hey, Andy.
Hey, Donna.
Nick saw coming in for another $2. Lucy, how much to put a jacket on? More than anybody could afford.
On?
Don Jr. for $2. Lucy, do diddly do not listen to Nigsaw. Oh, nice when they're responding. Yes. Thank you. Sorcerer coming in for another $2. Awesome. You have a new subscriber for Riley. Lucy rules.
Thank
his
you.
wife coming back in for $2. Dream of Zongo.
Does anyone understand that reference?
No.
That is a karmic reference. Okay. So in my effort to try to skip over a lot of the nonsense of that led up to Karmic being a lolcow, is that despite not having any real sexual experience with women, it was discovered that he actually drew and wrote comic book erotica.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Of women with giant basketball-shaped sized breasts, a few animated vaginas, and crazy cosmetic surgery faces. It is so hard and weird to describe, and I have refused to get a membership to read it, as I said last night, because I am afraid it will put me on a list of some kind. But this is a 40-year-old man. I'm gonna just say, might as well call him a virgin. Even he's admitted that it's still pretty fresh. Maybe stopped breastfeeding like a week ago.
Near mint.
Yeah.
Near mint penis.
Near mint penis. Talking about sex with big-breasted weirdo ladies. It is so fucking gross and odd. But that's
I feel like I was out and then I got back in, and then I was out and then I got back in. I don't know.
But Dream of Zonga was his homage to I Dream of Jeannie, but it's Jeannie with big giant breasts. I'll stop talking.
Amen. Amen. All right, Jay Loiter coming in for $10. Happy New Year to y'all. Thank you so much, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everybody who is hanging out. Vinny, I know you have to leave soon, but I feel like I would like to very much talk about one more exciting John memory of 2025. I want to take us back through a little picture show of some of his best moments where he was, just hanging out at all the conventions that he was doing this year. Because he looked wonderful at all times, right? Here's John.
If I was security, I'd walk up and be like, "Sir, you can't sit back there. That's for the talent." Like, I was trying to get him the fuck out.
Someone call an ambulance. Somebody died.
Yeah, I did take somebody had a better version of this photo, like that version of John, and I inserted it into Labyrinth. All the goblin Muppets from Labyrinth with John put in the middle of it. You couldn't even tell he was there. He looks just like those disgusting Muppets. It's very sad to see the picture above him and the version below that, and how he is a melting candle of himself.
I like to think that picture is actually seeing him sitting there and making that face as a reaction. Just what the fuck?
That is truly the face of a sad, sad man. Now, Andy, this is not the picture that you were just referencing, but this is the puppet that Lockie made with a comparison picture to how John has morphed into his own puppet. So this is another great one. that we have gotten from this year that just horrifies my nightmares and dreams.
Yeah.
When that
That's
thing
my
was in the
when you
Dabble
call
house.
me, yeah. When Lucy calls
Vinny?
my phone,
Yes.
I have a picture of her and that puppet together, and it makes me happy every time I see it.
That makes
thing
me sad.
Startled me on more than one occasion at Dabble House, because I'd be in the living room where we had the whole studio set up. I'd be moving a cable or setting things up for a show, and I'd turn around and it would just be moved sitting somewhere on a chair. And it's jarring to see that fucking thing in person, Luigi. It really legitimately is. Lockie is
I
a
imagine.
maniac for making that.
Mm-hmm.
It is crazy. I remember Shuli did a short video transporting it, and he had it riding in the passenger seat of his car. And it is so it's just like it makes your skin crawl looking at it.
You know what it has? You know what makes it really the worst is it has like a body like Eric the Midget. Like it's all crumpled up.
Yeah.
It's like a fucking embryo body.
Yeah.
A turkey body.
Yeah, I'm glad you're showing this chat too, and I don't want to walk past how awesome Lockie is and the relevance of little KB that he also created.
An amazing 2012. That is actually probably the hardest that I've ever laughed is little KB talking with real KB.
Yeah, so all these things that are bringing us so much joy are courtesy of Dr. Omega Tattoo. Go find him on Instagram and follow him and support him. Such a talent, such a nice guy. We met him in Boston. Just fucking awesome.
I almost forgot that he's a tattoo artist. I would get a tattoo from him. He's been a supporter of my channel. When
we were in Boston, I was going to get a tat from him, and then I suddenly became unemployed, and I had to call it off. But yeah, but next time I'll cash in my 401k to get a tattoo.
Maybe
next time in
a
Boston.
cool tattoo would get you a cool new job.
Yeah,
it could have been an investment
tattoo.
All right, let's check out another one of these. Did I pull up the wrong one? There's another one. Very sad. Again, in the purple shirt. He really has had a weird year when it comes to conventions, when it comes to stand-up. I guess he's doing it, right?
He fucking looks like a janitor trying to take a break. Just like trying to hide off to the side. He does not look like he's somebody you should be paid to meet. Like this appearance. I would be so upset if I was the one running this thing. And like this guy shows up like this.
Yeah.
You can't be upset that he shows up like that because he's probably paying to be there. He's paying to be there.
Yeah. They put him next to this bay door so that when people complain about the smell, they could say, oh yeah, there's a dumpster on the other side of this door. It's not the guy
with the John door again.
Yes. So I know that Gummy Chainsaw was in the chat. Maybe he can chime in here. He is actually an expert at conventions and pay scales. He's told me a little bit about this. I would fuck it up if I tried to explain it, but I believe you're right, Kaylee. I believe you have to pay to do it. Yeah.
He gives them a cut. They take care of all the. I'm sorry. They have a guy there who stands there and takes the money.
Yeah.
And counts it and watches how much he does. And they take a percentage of it, and he gets what's left over. So in a way,
so they got $0, and so did he.
Roughly.
And then they wasted more money on the accountant that had to actually count the money.
All right, Vinny, I know that you had a hard cutoff time, if I remember correctly. Are you heading out?
I got to get out of here, but I just want to thank you all for having me and letting me play around in your sandbox tonight. It was quite lovely. You know I love all of you. Luigi, this is the first time I ever met you. So,
I was about to say that. I don't think we've ever done anything together. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah, let's not anymore. Let's just leave it here.
You got it, sir.
Andy, I'll see you around. And I'm going to throw a plug. Can I plug out something real quick,
Yeah,
Kaylee?
please.
You know, we plugged Zen's New Year's show. I have a New Year's show. If you're going to be in the Rochester area tomorrow, comedy at the Carlson. There are only 6 tickets left. We actually had to add. We sold out our original amount that we had for our tickets.
Yeah.
And then we added 20 more seats. So there's 6 of those left. So if you want to grab one of those, grab them quick. Sweet.
Real quick, I just saw in the chat that Beef Drippins asked if Vinny could see his super chat. Yeah. Well, I mean, but I think there was something earlier.
Hang on. Beef Drippins, $2. Please stop saying I look like Vinny. I'm funny.
Dude, I'm getting sick and tired of people saying to me that I have an unfunnier Beef Drippins. We're in the same boat, dude. Same boat. See you guys later. Have a great night.
Have a great night.
Vinny, Happy New Year. Love ya.
Happy New Year.
Love you back. Bye.
And we are joined by yet another lovely, wonderful guest. It is Husey from Husey Entertainment.
Nobody told me this guy was going to be here. Oh my God.
I'm so glad that piece of shit Vinny's gone. Now I know when I'm watching this back to fast forward the 1 minute 30 so that I can actually have fun. Right, Trucker Joe?
Right.
See, that's that chemistry we have.
I always
Dexter
know
from Revenge of the Nerds, or
I always know how to make Husey laugh.
Hang on, I couldn't hear you over Kelly. It'll come out the front or the back, am I right? But seriously, hit the like button.
What's happening, buddy?
Husey has had an exciting year this year, right?
Yes, I got to meet Christopher Lloyd.
And the Oasis.
Oh, you mean the greatest band of all time?
And that's it.
Well, I got gout, survived it. I had a short relationship with a personal trainer who showed me an exercise that makes you lose weight in your midriff, which made my dick get bigger because it gets smaller as you get heavier. So everybody wins. Oh, it can't get hard, but at least it looks better, you know.
What was his name? You want to plug it?
Abdul. He was from Somalia.
So
now I'm thinking of your dick with a little turban on it.
But nobody think about Husey's dick. Why are you even saying those words? What are you making? Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
A dick with a turban on it is universally funny.
That'd be good. It was a dick turban. It's a guy who jumps out and flashes carriages in Victorian days. Hit the like button.
I'll stop.
No. Husey, what was your favorite Dabbleverse related, not Oasis, not any Christopher Lloyd stuff? What was your favorite Dabbleverse moment of 2025?
When Ski Mask died.
I don't. That's
best. Sorry, I
said favorite, which makes it just as great.
Too soon.
Well, not to come across insincere, but I've loved that this year was the year of so many of the smaller shows rising up so much. Like Once Over with Kelly a year ago was just a hobby. Now it's become a legitimate popular show. Shmuel Buckman, the boss, is on the rise. One fucking yes, I'm about to say Joe Sixpack show that he does with Nelly is great. We've seen Aussie Guy. I think it was about a year ago. Dane Galloway, that's Aussie Guy's real name. And if you don't believe me, type it into Facebook, and it'll be the third name down, and you get to see photographs of his children. That's Dane Galloway.
Doxing has actually been one of my favorite moments of 2025. It's just been wonderful this year.
But that's
Husey. Something
we were actually talking about. Cheap plug. I was just recording there with Buckman, Ava, and Lemmy.
Mm-hmm.
The dark side. Not that that's what you asked. Well, I'll answer that afterwards. But I think that's my answer. That the positive side has been the rise up of the smaller shows, while the bigger ones like MLC have catered or whatever the fuck the word is. I ain't no fancy book learner.
Plateaued? Is that the word you're looking for?
I don't know. I was talking about my dick 20 minutes ago.
It's called tanking.
Yeah, I think Steel Toe had 50 live viewers either this morning or yesterday. So, yeah, I know what you mean, Husey. It is interesting to see people starting to spread Careful.
That's better than
Yeah.
Opie's average 13. So
Oh, yeah.
it sounds like Steel Toe's doing really great.
I'm gonna
right
go
now.
live at 8 p.m. to fucking 3 viewers, so it's fine.
No, you are not, because everybody's gonna go check that out.
Exactly. But it's like
Probably
the other night. I think it was the 23rd. Christian was doing a stream of a Sunday. What's the film called, Killy? A Silent Night, Deadly Night 3.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And with all the mutual streams watching it at the same time, I think he at one point he had like 380 watching live, and it's like, this is great. Like, I think we've also seen in the Dabbleverse, people are kind of getting a little bored of the big stories, and they're into these smaller shows, which I personally enjoy more. Hit the like button.
Absolutely. And Husey, you had a big year because your show got nominated for something, correct?
Yes, I didn't let it go to my head, but I was nominated as the 4th best in the entire of the Dabbleverse community, which actually was the real win, because the Fantastic Four was rebooted this year by Marvel and was actually pretty good. So therefore, the 4 would look better on the list. So really, I won. Thank you.
Congratulations. A very wonderful
Not
thing
to
for you.
like toot Husey's horn, but he's getting these great mix of roundtable guests together, whether they're combative or complimentary. It makes for great viewing. So everybody check out Husey's show. Plug for Husey.
Thank you. And I would also have to suck Andy's dick, because he just did an episode on Michael Richards. Killy, say the word to get Michael Richards in trouble.
Not tonight.
Okay.
Maybe in 2026. You never know. Everything might be more exciting in 2026.
Yeah, going to see Metallica in 2026. So let's rock.
So you're making bad decisions in 2026 is what I'm hearing. That was a yes. We brushed over also a little bit of Aaron talk, which of course is that Steel Toe, Aaron Imholt, went to jail in 2025.
Yeah.
Can you guys believe it?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm disappointed it wasn't
dummy.
longer,
All right.
honestly. Yeah.
Yeah, and the unfortunate thing with him is I think he's going to end up back, because he seems to have learned nothing, and that's why, like, obviously I don't want him going back because he's a parent and he has kids, but it's like, you're your own worst enemy. Like how can you not learn from your mistakes?
It's
is the
really
definition.
remarkable.
He's the definition of somebody who should not be on the internet.
Exactly.
He can't handle it in any way, shape, or form, and he continues to fuck up his life because of what he is doing. It is almost remarkable how much he has ruined his life, because both of his appearances on the internet and also his friendship with Gino Bisconti, which seems to be the literal cause of every single one of his problems.
Gino is the cause of a lot of problems. We all know
Well,
that.
yeah.
And I'm just glad that there is maybe like a precedent being set for shitheads shooting themselves in the foot on their own shows and fucking up lawsuits, because we all know that there's somebody else that we want to see that happen to.
That's
And
the
oddly
hope for
enough,
2026.
yeah, very compressed. Meaning, for 2025, it happened a lot this year. A lot of that I don't even want to mention because they're going to be funny to learn later. It happened a lot. Yeah, it's really It's really crazy. Crazy will always find crazy. It was like their periods were synced. They were doing a lot of stupid things at the exact same time. And I guess I never really even thought about that. That's interesting.
But it is unbelievable that people don't learn. Like, I had a stroke once. I had a gout once.
Twice. What? You didn't have gout twice?
No, just
I feel like you had gout twice.
No, it was just the once, but I bragged about it so much that it because like if you're going to get gout, you really have to get gout. And my foot looked like it let's just say, a big infected cock. Right, Andy?
With a
Oh
chirp.
yeah. Speaking of big infected cocks, I have to go hang out with Joe Sixpack over on All Apologies podcast, streaming live at 8 p.m. Everybody, just stay where you are, stay put here, but go find it after the fact. Tomorrow we're covering Alex Earl, who is the stepdaughter of Ashley Dupree, who is the hooker that fucked Elliot Spitzer back in the day. So we're revisiting that, but then on Patreon, our fantabulous guest host, Nelly, is waiting for you for $3 a month. Plenty of content over there on Patreon. allapologiespodcast.com. Thank
Andy,
you for having me, Kaylee. Happy 2025. Yes, Luigi.
Happy.
What?
I'm being very sincere here. Give me a little more context of the story of Ashley Dupree's daughter. What did she do? I'm actually very interested in that.
Stepdaughter.
Stepdaughter.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ashley Dupree started dating Alex Earl's dad, and it was a very parent trappy kind of scenario where Alex Earl was putting toothpaste in Ashley's shoes and fucking with her because they hate each other. So we're gonna.
I've not heard any of this. That's hilarious.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
I'm very interested. Sorry, wow, you knew how to rope me in.
Yes.
Everybody make sure that you check that out on All Apologies podcast on YouTube. I also have to say a very extra special happy 2026, Andy. I have to say a very extra special thank you to Andy. He helped me prep a ton for this show today, and we did not get to almost any of the things that he prepped.
None of it, and it's fine.
None of the things.
I'll
that
talk
Andy
to you
prepped.
soon.
I love
Bye,
you. Happy
Husey.
New
Love
Year.
you. Love Husey.
Bye, Andy.
Bye, guys.
I'm so glad that piece of shit's gone.
God damn it. It's not Joe Sixpack. That was Andy.
I can't tell anymore.
I know. It's really hard to tell. What else happened in 2025? We had, okay, so Aaron went to jail. OJ and Stuttering John met and became friends, sort of. But more importantly, Quad Father called the cops on Chad Zumach. This has been one of the more recent developments. So shall we remind ourselves of that little event, and then let's have a little conversation about it? Because, good God, why in the hell did this happen?
Yeah, I got a guy on a live stream. I live out in Oregon, but I got this guy on a live stream out threatening a dude's wife on a live stream, and he sat in front of his house. I don't even know if the guy's aware of it, but he's out there acting crazy, and I thought you guys would probably want to go out there and at least contact the both person. Yeah, there's a guy named Chad Zumach. I was watching a live stream, and all of a sudden.
So Quad called the cops twice, and I believe that this clip based on that little logo there is from Doom. So thank you again. Andy pulled this one, so I'm not entirely sure. But Quad called the cops twice because first he called his local jurisdiction, and then he had to call Florida in order for anything to make any sense. Could you ever imagine, Luigi, is there any reason ever that you would call the cops on somebody in this scenario?
No. And this soured me on Dabbleverse bullshit. Like I when I heard this happen, I literally thought, what are we doing? We are grown adults. What the fuck are we doing? I think I've gone on record. I'm not a huge Chad fan, but I don't want his death on my conscience either, you know? This just crossed a lot of lines, and it was bad timing also in the fact that right in the midst of all the strikes, all of the legal battles, and then trying to set Chad up to get shot by a cop. I had a real big breath of fresh air where I was like, man, I don't need this shit in my life. This was such bad mojo. But that's not really a hot take. So
Husey, were you expecting this, or was this a total shock to you?
No, that's something I've been pretty friendly with Quad for years,
Yeah.
but I thought he really let himself down with this, and we were talking about the stuff that I loved about this year in 2025. But the thing that I've hated about the Dabbleverse this year is the rise in the toxicity and the doxing and all that stuff. Like this was a terrible idea by Quad, and then
Next level.
Yeah, and then on top of that, we've seen all the people's private lives shit being put online, like the stuff that Granny said about Lemmy, and then Kaylee was the almost a victim of a made up story last weekend. It's just so fucking.
Oh, I came out on top on that, baby. Except for the fact that I had a horrible taste in men.
Yeah, that was the type of story
Right,
that
I hated
Carl
that
made
rumor.
up.
God damn it.
But that rumor was so, and it's just and the problem is there's a part of this Dabbleverse that doesn't leave the house, and their life is the Dabbleverse. So it's like, hey, Luigi and Kaylee fell out. We should get in there and stir the shit, and I think that this was the perfect example of the dark side of the Dabbleverse, which is Rise. Get it? Star Wars. We're going.
You know, Husey, you bring up a good point. This really has been the later half of 2025 that all of these sorts of negative things have really ramped up. It has been a lot of getting into people's personal lives, the doxing, the calling the cops when you don't need to, the things that aren't exciting, which again, we've had so much excitement this year. We really have had a lot of really wonderful things. Again, we've had all these great live events, but we've also had things, again, I mentioned Kumia going back to the radio. Regardless of how you feel about Kumia, that is a huge deal. And again, Aaron going to jail, huge deal. We got to celebrate all of these wonderful things. We don't need to have this interpersonal drama as a part of our lives, right?
Yeah, and I bet you if you ask Quad specifically, like, what is your problem with Chad Zumach, he wouldn't be able to tell you. Because
I don't think he has a problem with Chad Zumach. I think he was trying to create content in this moment. I think he said, if I do this, not necessarily that the call would go out, which was idiotic of him to not realize that it would, but that maybe the cops will go there. Maybe I'll be able to cover the cops showing up. I think he was swatting.
Yeah, but you know what we have to give Quad credit for? The fact that in the police report or in the call, Quad he goes, oh, there's a guy outside a man's house. He's a comedian. He's not very funny.
Oh, that's my favorite part. Let's actually hear that.
He's out in front of another live streamer's house, and he's just saying like wild stuff about like threatening his life and whatnot. It's a little over the top, and I don't know how serious it is, but I thought you guys would probably want to just show up and get in between it before I know the guy in the house owns weapons. You know what I mean? He's across the street looking at the house. He walked over to the guy's house and walked past like he's walking around right in front of his home, live streaming the guy's house and address, like he's doxing him and threatening him. And
what patience in this 911 call person's voice.
It must have been a slow day.
I know the guy inside the house owns weapons because I've watched his streams as well. It's Chad Zumach. He's a comedian.
Okay.
Not very funny. All right, whatever. This guy's
all right, whatever. That's the part that you love, right, Husey? All right, whatever.
Whatever. Not very funny. But yeah, that's the stuff because I remember not to kiss his arse, but Lady K. There's been many times before when people have crossed the line of roasting and then harassment, where like when people called Stuttering John's mom's house at Christmas or something, and I specifically remember Lady K saying, because he's got such a silly voice, saying, stop doing this, don't call home addresses and stuff like that. So and that's why
I'm sorry, pause for 1 second. You do an imitation of everybody. Do you not do a Lady K?
No, I have a deep voice.
One more time.
Well, I could try.
Yeah, gimme.
Let's see. No, but I can only do the Chad thing. It was like the yeah, you know the topes.
That's actually pretty good. All right. Okay. So yes, continue. I agree. Carl has always said, let's not fuck with people's real lives. And I think that is a very good principle to live by.
Yeah, and unfortunately we're seeing it getting worse and worse. Like not to get off topic, like when Granny was literally threatening to have his kid taken away so that no one could see him. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, that's insane. Fuck off. So yeah, hopefully Quad has learned from this. But then again, he did fall out of a tree.
I don't know that any of. I love that we are getting. I think that you're totally right. We are getting all of these exciting small channels that are coming up and getting to do really exciting things. But I think that sometimes people learn from Stuttering John or learn from Opie or learn from Karmic X. We get all of these people who don't actually learn from themselves. They just exist and they make dumb phone calls. And after a porn bomb fails, the next step to that is calling the cops on somebody else. And that, again, is one of the weirder things that we have had to experience in 2025 for sure.
And we haven't yet mentioned that, like, the reason this happened was because Chad was making an ass of himself, doing a live stream from across the street from Mersha's house, just being an obnoxious dick for no reason with no real end game, and just trying to taunt someone without making contact with them. I don't really know what the purpose of that was or what the reasoning was for doing that, but
Chad was not in the right here, but Quad was even more in the wrong, and that's why people focused. That's why people focused on it more. Yeah, no, you're 100% correct. Absolutely. Chad has been an idiot. He just admitted that he stole credit cards. Is that what I recently heard him saying? He is also losing his mind, and he's another one who never will learn from himself.
And I think Chad admitted today that that whole girlfriend thing was fake. Like, it's
really
okay. So 2026 is going to be the year of fake girlfriends. Is that what I'm hearing? Stuttering John will have a fake girlfriend. Chad will have a fake girlfriend. Karmic X will have 3 more fake girlfriends, maybe if he's lucky. Husey, what will you be doing?
I think it's inevitable. I'm going to have a heart attack.
Oh God.
Because I went on a health kick this year after the gout, pretty much, which means that I'm going to get overly confident and it's going to backfire.
I'd love that for you.
Yeah, well, and also it'll probably happen at Hackamania with the promo code
Cayley, Cayley, Hackamania.com, April 10th through the 12th. Husey, are you officially going?
I'm definitely going. I'm just I'm filing my tax returns tomorrow, and then maybe February, March I will buy said ticket
using promo code Cayley, of course.
Obviously, and I can't wait to meet Christian Blatt's wife.
Yeah, me either. No, I've already met her. Come on. All right, let's hit a couple of super chats, and then we are going to actually go over to everybody. I asked on Twitter people's favorite moments, people's predictions for 2026. We're going to go and check those things out. And I would love it if Luigi and Husey, you guys can hang with me, but I also realize that we've been going for a minute, so if either of you need to get skedaddling, I will understand.
I'm actually going to go because it's almost 1 a.m. here, and I've already whacked off twice today.
Yeah. Well, have fun the third time. Husey, please tell everybody where they can find you in 2026 and support you over there.
Yes, in 2026, I will be doing a lot more of what I've been doing lately. Is a lot of live streams with the round tables. Hopefully, not all of them are argument packed. But it's over Husey Entertainment on YouTube. I'm at the Husey on Twitter, and I'm at the Husey on Instagram. And I'm going to now guilt trip Cayley on the spot into trying to get her to join me and Christian for my did 2025 movies stink episode, which will be a members only stream because there we go.
Spoiler, yes.
Spoiler, no. But although I would,
When
and
is
also I don't know. I was just I meant to say to you about 5 weeks ago.
All right, cool.
But
Let's do it.
also, I would recommend, if you haven't seen it, the film Novocaine. I just watched it yesterday, and it was gross but hilarious and brilliant.
I believe that there are now 3 movies named Novocaine, and if I remember correctly, Trucker Andy from All Apologies podcast likes one of them and not another one. And then I think there's a third one that he may or may not have seen. So
yes, well,
I don't know which one you're talking about.
The one from 2025 starring Jack Nicholson's son.
Sexy.
Jack Nicholson's son?
You didn't think Jack Nicholson would be having kids with that penis of his?
Are you saying Jack Nicholson looks like Meg Ryan? That's Meg Ryan's son.
No, but Jack Nicholson's son plays the villain.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I was going to say Meg Ryan does kind of look like Jack Nicholson now.
Oh, yeah. But that's like the famous scene from Billy Madison where Norm Macdonald says, "Hey, Billy, who would you rather have sex with, Meg Ryan or Jack Nicholson?"
Every impression but Lady K. What a weirdo. Husey, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Happy New Year. It's been an amazing 2025. I wish you a 2026 filled with no gout.
Well, no gout? Is that not what Shuli's mum was called?
Yes.
There you go.
Hold on.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. I'll see you later.
Cheers,
Take care,
Happy New
bud.
Year.
Talk to you soon.
All right, let's hit a few more of these super chats here. We have Rumpled Trenchcoat coming in for $5. Enough with these juvenile dinosaur stories, but seriously, did you read Stegosaur ass? God damn you. Beef Drippins coming in for $2. Please stop saying that I look like Vinny. We already hit this one. Vinny got to see it. Very happy about that. It's Eric Nagel coming in for $5. I got to work with Eric Nagel this year, which was wonderful. It was my first time working with him. Another highlight of 2025. Great job this year covering all of this. Happy New Year to you all. FSJ. Amen. FSJ. Happy New Year. All of those things. Rumpled Trenchcoat coming in for another $5. That picture of SJ and the puppet would be like if the portrait of Dorian Gray, but Dorian kept aging along with the painting. Yes. Ugh. And
they both
gay
rotted
because Oscar Wilde. Hell yeah, baby. We Todd won for $5. John should use the puppet on his dating profiles. It's true. He might get more bites. People might think that he is talented. And the absolutely incredible The Kinky Loco. Very, very amazing Kinky Loco. I hope to see you in 2026. $2. Husey's episode today was a 10 out of 10. Check it out. Absolutely. Husey Entertainment over on YouTube. The Kinky Loco is 100% right about that. Johnny Chopsticks for $2. Husey, great show today. This one, meh. I believe all of those words. But meh. It's meh. Hunter Duke coming in for $5. Showing up late for this party. Happy New Year, Dabble buddies. Last night's show was a classic, and I can't look at hockey the same. Either can I, Hunter Duke. And a happy, happy New Year to both you and Mrs. Duke.
Hockey erotica.
No, stop. We're not doing it again. General GK coming in for $10 Canadian. Thank you so much. Best moment of the year was me seeing Lucy in Detroit. Not only does she look better in person, but she's also a real nice person. Also, Andy was there, I think, also. Thank you.
Aww.
I'm going to cry about that one. Thank you. I'm going to go cry in my bed and then, I don't know. Thank you. 1971 Puffy for a $50 super sticker. I don't have the noises, but pew 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 pew.
Oh, I can do it. Hold on.
I'm not that fancy. Thank you. You
And
guys
then
have been.
I always add one of those after the air horns.
Thank you. I appreciate it. What an incredibly generous year this has been. So thank you, 1971 Puffy. Florida 49er fan for $2. Happy New Year, everyone. Going over to TSN. I respect that. Everybody go check out TSN tonight. Always good to support them. And we have Stoned Crab for $2. Hi, Lucy. I'm looking for a pretend girlfriend. Hit me up. This is the year for pretend girlfriends, you guys. I am telling you, let us look at some people's favorite moments, some people's predictions. We're going to start with favorite moments. So, Luigi, we're going to just read some of these suckers here. I'm going to pull them up bigger so that I can read them. We have these are answers from the wonderful Twitter. And I asked everybody what their favorite moments of 2025 were within the Dabbleverse. So Mondays, absolutely incredible. Mondays has made some amazing content. Go check him out for sure. And he says that a minor moment, but I loved seeing Karmic and Gilly reconnect on MLC. I saw the true character of the only real man in the Dabbleverse, a drunken, spineless liar who talks the biggest shit but shrivels up and submits when he's just lightly pressed on anything. And Luigi, I think you can agree with that one. That was wild. Wild. Next, we have...
But also very expected at the same time. Not that surprising, but wild, yeah.
Yeah. Next, we have Annie, Review Girl Annie, who you can also check out on What Is This Game? I think it's just WIGS on YouTube, if I remember correctly. Annie, hopefully you can correct that. I'll find it. I'll eventually link it down below so that we can actually have that correct. But Annie said Hackamania, I think. And Hackamania was one of my favorite moments also this year. And we have Skinny Chad, a.k.a. Skinny Chad Zumak, a.k.a. the host of Conspire a Theory podcast, who also sent Carl hamburger pants this year. And his favorite moment, of course, was the hamburger pants saga strikes back. And then we got Kinky Loco coming back in with Miss Judy joining in. We haven't even really talked at all about Miss Judy this year, but she truly is Rookie of the Year. She has been incredible. I cannot say enough about how much I love Miss Judy. And I believe she is actually live right now. So if you guys aren't already watching that, if you're over here hanging out with me and Luigi, then please go over and check her out after. It's AA Legal Focus. She is truly, truly awesome.
Hey, real quick, back to Annie. It is her channel is at What's This Game, and they're separated by dashes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And you know, talking about Judy, I don't mind saying this. I was very, very skeptical of her because of her association with Vince.
Agreed.
I kept thinking to myself, man, there's going to be another shoe dropping or some sort of porn bomb around the corner or something. I was very, very concerned with her involvement, especially learning about John and the lawsuit. And I was very, very nervous for you working with her. So far, seems like a very pleasant person. And I almost feel like I owe her an apology because I was like, oof, I don't know. I'm a little nervous. But she's been great. She's been great. Yeah.
I think that Miss Judy is a strong-willed, wonderful human. I think that she has the intention of being thoughtful and having her own thoughts. I think that she loves being able to see evidence to be able to make her formulate her own opinions. And I think that that's one of her incredibly strong suits. And that's why she has been such a wonderful, wonderful addition to our little Dabbleverse. She has been insulting people left and right in all of the best ways. Mostly John. It's entirely John.
She seems to have also good comedic timing. She seems to also be wise to a lot of things that have taken a lot of people time to understand. I don't know. I still hold a respectful, healthy distance and skepticism because of her association with Vince. But so far, gotta say, great addition.
Well, she should be coming back on my channel sometime in the new year, so I will be happy to have her back. Again, I love the fact that she's always inquisitive. I think that that's a really great word to describe her, so I cannot wait to be talking with her again. Husey also answered the question of what was your favorite moment in the Dabbleverse in 2025. It's a shame he's not here to toot his own horn because he sure did on Twitter. He said probably something that I did. I'm a big fan. He truly is a big fan of himself. Husey Entertainment, a wonderful, wonderful human. And Vic says the wedding hosted by Joey C and Mrs. C. Oh, baby.
Now
I
this
had
actually
forgotten about that.
This one is my favorite. Probably because yes, I was also a part of it, but specifically reviewing the wedding video on Tukey Soup, I was honored to be a part of it. It was probably the hardest I've laughed in one given episode, but that's gonna go down as my favorite Dabbleverse moment of the year. It was so much fun, and to get so much positive feedback to the show of people saying immediately, this is the funniest thing that's ever happened in the past couple of years. I'm not taking any credit for that. I'm just saying to be a part of it was great and an honor. But that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. All right, let's check out some more favorite moments. What else do we have here? I gotta pull things over here. Tommy B says Cardiff showing up in John's traffic court. So much court this year, again with Aaron and John and everything. That was a pretty insane moment.
That was a funny one too.
Cardiff and Tukey, two of the true OGs who have done really wonderful things and will probably continue to.
I hope so. I hope so.
Johnny Arcade, every time Karmic cried was my favorite moment. Amen. And we got Karen over here saying so many to choose from that I can't pick. But luckily, we got Astro saying that SJ saying that he was falling in love with Kate only to have the avalanche crash down on him. That is a top tier moment. The LOL suit collapse will be fun too, but that'll take a few more weeks / months. Yes, I think it will take quite a few more months. Astro, though, he was saying that he was falling in love with Kate in 2024. We listened to some of those clips from December 31st. I'm sure he said it again in 2025 because he has said it like a bajillion times, but Francis is coming in also. SJ saying, I know it sounds funny, but I like that we were falling in love. Yes, everybody. The arc between Stuttering John and Kate over the last year has been an interesting one with the tapes, with his undying love for her, and now with his attempts at adding her into a LOL suit. And possibly some other legal actions that are happening that we all are speculating on, but nobody really knows about yet. 2026 predictions?
I what's sad is that like, no, I don't have any 2026 predictions. Like, just I hate that it's gone this far with some of this nonsense, and it gets to the point where a victory doesn't even feel like a victory because it just feels deserved. You know, when you finally get that raise that you've been waiting years for, or that promotion you've been waiting years for, and you think, I'm not even excited about this anymore because I fucking worked for it. I earned it. You know, that's just kind of how it feels now. It would have been great if, there would have just been a quick turnaround on some of that stuff, but whatever.
Not so much. Not so much. Brian is bringing it back to Judy with his favorite moment, which is Judy explaining to John how the law actually works and John looking confused. Yeah, all of those Judy episodes with John were so amazing. Her asking him anything, her explaining anything to him, even her saying to him, don't talk about your lawsuit, idiot. It's just been, she's beautiful. Love her. Alice saying that his favorite moment was SJ's son changing his name. That has been a big recent moment in the Dabbleverse that, I'll be honest, I wouldn't have expected a lot of people to talk about, but John couldn't help talking about it himself. So we got all of those notes and just a few more here. Wheel of Stone says the favorite moment had to have been Dabble House tape season 2, baby. I can name at least 2 people who that probably is not their favorite moment for, but I loved it. I had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
And Ben says toe getting locked up, of course. And Rob says I think is what those words say. Weird.
I think someone might have butt dialed.
I don't know. I think it has just been a wonderful, wonderful year for so very many people. I hope that everybody continues into 2026 being excited, being happy, being healthy. Before we close out the night tonight, we'll look at some of those predictions for the next year that, again, I got over on Twitter. So let's check these out. Oh, no. I don't know where that went on my computer screens. Boop, boop, boop. Where are you? Can I see you? All right. Yes, I can.
Oh, okay.
I got it. I'm doing it. I am woman. Hear me roar.
I want to hear a roar.
No, I can't. I literally can't. We all know that. All right. We got Benjamin Cohen coming in.
Give us a dinosaur roar.
No. Okay, so this is predictions for 2026, and I am very excited about these. This is going to be Benjamin Cohen. He says the lawsuit won't be dismissed despite all of the jurisdictional issues. I am excited. I do think that there will be decisions in the lawsuit in 2026. I'm not entirely sure what those are going to be, but I do think that there will be something. So Benjamin Cohen, I think you're on to something here. And Craig, of course, Craig New York 77 says, we are going to get tape season 3. I don't have anything in the works. I'll tell you that. I'm not planning anything. Luigi, that one's on you. John's Gimpy Halloween Hand, who I believe has just recently changed his name and was messing with John with that. John's Gimpy Halloween Hand, Happy New Year. You have been a wonderful person. Got to hang out with you in Detroit. SJ is going to be in an orange jumpsuit. I do think that there might be some interesting things happening with the rumors that we might discover in 2026. So John has definitely seemed more paranoid than average lately. And Husey coming back in saying that he's hoping that his own nudes are leaked, I think is what he means by saying that there will be nudes leaked. That's got to be it, right?
Good thing is they're tasteful.
They're Husey's gout, right? That's got to be it. All right, let's check out some more of these. We got Bubble Popper. My 2026 wish is for you to convince Miss Judy to watch the Stuttering Sex Pest channel's coverage of WATP versus Stuttering John. That is a great suggestion. It's a lot of hours, but it's still all audio, and I know that she prefers that. This will catch her up on why we feel the way that we do about John. Happy New Year and thanks. Happy New Year, Bubble Popper. I am excited for Miss Judy to learn more about John. Again, I am hopeful that she will be back on the channel in January. And possibly with another great historian of the Dabbleverse, Sheet Shitterson, who will have his documentary coming out soon. I think he might be joining for that as well. So,
very nice.
Cross our fingers. Yeah. One of the most knowledgeable people about WATP versus Stuttering John. That is for sure. H is for Heretic says there are going to be 3 deaths in 2026, 1 due to illness, 1 due to murder, and 1 due to alcoholism. Looking at you, Stuttering John, for all of them.
For all 3.
It's actually kind of impressive. I'm excited. Nose. I can never do it because it's just backwards. There's so many letters. You're finally going to bring them out. I will not, sir. But you can see.
Talking about your cats.
Of course. They won't come out, but you can see exciting Tabber and Susser.
Oh,
double-headed excitement on my Patreon very soon. Once over with Kaylee.
Please tell me it goes Susser.
Thank God that it does not talk like Stuttering Johnson. Major Tom reports says that his 2026 prediction is vacuums. You're going to have to go over to TSN for that, good sir. And of
first of all,
yeah. Oh my God. That's actually very, very good. We got the general coming in over here with Toe Meltdown and back in Prison Orange. I don't think that you are
Ooh.
wrong. I think Toe might be back in the jails because he doesn't know how to stop talking. Carmax gets an HRO from Felicia. That would be interesting.
Ah, man.
And Miss Judy gets fed up and unloads on John. Nobody wants to unload on John.
Oh, God.
We got Ben coming in also. We'll find out that VTL convinced Tabber to allow SJ to use his name as a pass-through to create all the legal documents themselves. Explains the idiotic misspellings, affidavits, etc. VTL allowing SJ to do it and giving bad advice for amusement. Explains SJ's confidence in ability to be a lawyer. I don't think that anything like that ever could possibly come out. If that was true, I think that there would be enough attorney-client privilege that we would never learn that information. So I, sir, think that your 2026 prediction is incorrect, but not for the reasons that you think it is.
Here's the thing. If I can actually just add a little bit of color to that, I agree with you 100% that we will never know. However, I wouldn't be surprised if someone tries to sneakily leak information from an unknown source about some of the things that happened behind the scenes of the lawsuit from John's camp. I'm not saying I want it. I'm not saying that I care or that I, wish that on him. I just think that with the people involved, some of that news is going to come out, and it'll of course be, met with denial or whatever. But I think some of the more embarrassing conversations that happen behind the scenes are probably going to get out just because Vince is involved.
It's gonna be a weird year.
Yeah.
I feel like we got a weird year coming up. All right, Digger Jones says SJ is going to have another stroke. Quadfather will get arrested. Stevie Lou will continue to leech off of anyone who's putting in the work. I believe a new face will emerge into this verse.
A bigger has been.
We all wish Artie would come back. Yes. Digger.
I've been saying for a while that I feel that it is inevitable that at some point Corey Feldman is going to be involved in the Dabbleverse. I think it's going to happen.
I can't remember the name of the channel, but there is a channel that covers Corey Feldman in a very similar way to the way that Dabbleverse covers John.
Mm-hmm.
And let me tell you, if there is ever a chance for a crossover, I am sure that would be a super duper fun time. Corey Feldman, I think, is on tour right now with Goonies shit for the Goonies anniversary. So I bet that now is a great time for that. You are correct.
He was opening for Limp Bizkit at the beginning of the year.
No, I know. Radio DJ Michael goes back to jail, of course. And Ham Hand says the lawsuit is going to be dismissed for wrong venue. Judy has never seen or heard from again. Check VTM's basement on that one. John takes a year hiatus to lick wounds and avoid ridicule. Kiki attracts everyone's ire and becomes the new lol cow because she is an awful person. Chad is arrested at least once. That might be the closest to all of the things. I don't think that the lawsuit is going to get dismissed based on wrong venue. But other than that, I don't know that I disagree with any of those words.
I gotta say that's pretty good. Those are some pretty good predictions. Yeah.
I don't hate it. Kiki is out of her mind right now. I don't know that John will take a 1-year hiatus. So even in 2024, he said that he took 8 months off, but he didn't take 8 months off. He absolutely was doing things. He was on Rob Saul's stream. He did streams where he didn't have video on. He did streams where he didn't have audio or video. He was doing political shows all within that first 8 months of the year. So even if he is taking a break right now, I am sure that we will see his face or hear his voice or whatever the heck we have to do with him very, very soon. So I don't know that he's gonna take a 1-year hiatus. If he took a 1-year hiatus, it might be the case that we never saw him ever again because I don't know that he's gonna make it much past a year. But
I think we can just, from past action, we can all kind of predict what's important to him and what keeps him away. And he can't stay gone longer than 8 months at a time because he's afraid of losing his YouTube channel. So I don't see why this would be any different, but I also don't see it lasting the full 8 months. So
yeah, you never know. All right, let's see some more predictions. Boop, boop, boop. Karen says SJ comes out as trans. I somehow doubt that one, but I like it as a prediction. Clay, not the dabbler, says John will lose the LOL suit, but will claim victory anyway. And this will be the year that he gets a DUI. Skull. Absolutely. It could be. Former TK Mark says SJ will be drunk. That's definitely the most accurate prediction that we've seen so far. Whip It Can says SJ will marry a foreign lady. I know Miss Judy has been encouraging that. VTL will move to Cape Coral for IRL. There is no way that anybody wants to move to Cape Coral right now. Karmic will find and love crack. Oh, I don't know why, but that's not actually where I expected that sentence to go. Maybe I will too. I don't know. It's going to be a weird year.
That's a funny one. I mean, maybe not crack. I do see him more as a meth head. But man, that's that's very plausible. I will entertain that as a possibility.
Chadsy is going to be arrested again. I think he just admitted to some stuff that he probably shouldn't have. KB will announce a divorce. That would be also unsurprising. Ray DeVito will stay irrelevant. I think that the only thing that makes Ray DeVito relevant still is Hughesy's hashtags on Twitter. And Matt Mead will explode in the Dabbleverse. Please, dear Lord, don't let that last one be true. We can't have that in our lives. I don't want it. We're going to check out the last few predictions here. And then Hughesy, or I'm so sorry, Luigi, I'm going to ask you your predictions. We've already talked about of the excitement, but I want some more fun ones. Course Fitness says John leaves for good. I still don't think that that's true. I think he's going to be back really, really, really darn soon. A Goat 1971 says John hits rock bottom when in a drunken stupor attempts to finally, in desperation, fuck Ava, only to realize that Ava is the cop and is allergic to water-based lubricants. Oh, this is very fancy. Then just hands him a pillow, joins AA, and becomes a born-again Christian, and he tries to convert Shuli. Listen, us Jews, we don't leave our religion. It's a heritage.
Barking up the wrong tree, pal.
Shuli. We really haven't gotten a lot of predictions from Twitter relating to Ava. I've been seeing her name getting mentioned quite a bit in the chat. So do you have any predictions, Luigi, specifically relating to Ava?
I don't have predictions as much as I do have questions. I'm curious what she will do if John does go away. And by go away, I mean, of course, for that temporary, couple of months. He's not going to be gone forever. I don't think he's going to be gone forever. But I feel like she's really kind of found her place. And I don't know if that means she starts her own show.
Well, I just assume she's going to be back on TSN next week.
Yeah, really? Just completely John on the John Sucks wagon. That's not crazy. It's funny. As I said it out loud, I was like, wow, that's not that crazy. Wow. Yeah, she's a wild card. I really don't know. And we said earlier, I've stepped away from monitoring John and watching John. That I'm kind of glad I picked this moment to step away, because the little that I've seen, I'm just not really a fan. So
our last prediction here is from Why Are You Here? God damn it, I have asked myself that question every day in 2025. Who says Cardiff Electric is not actually a spud. That is what we are going to find out in 2026. I can't believe it. It is a true revelation. We have one more super chat to get through to, but first, Luigi, I would love it if you would tell everybody where they can find you in 2026 and beyond.
Running away from the Dabbleverse. It's so gross and weird now. Yeah, it's I
Hey,
really
we love
have.
it here. You shut your pie hole.
I know, but it's a guilty pleasure for all of us. You know I'm right. You know that you hate yourself.
I love myself. This has been one of the best years of my life. Holy shit. This has been literally one of the best years of my life.
I know. It's been great for me too. I can't deny it. But I'm thankful to the Dabbleverse is what gave me my start doing this. And yeah, check me out, Luigi Greenberg, on YouTube. I do a show on Fridays called Skeptical Robot. We just did a show this past Friday. I'm going to ask you to just take a leap of faith and watch it despite the title. There's just not a better title. It is called The Piss Saga. And this story has actually been covered by mainstream media and every major network. It is a fascinating story.
I told you last night, you don't have to sell me on that. I'm already in, baby. Let's go.
It is such an interesting story. You're going to find yourself drawn in. It's so crazy. But also, after January 13th, I'm going to be doing Unboxing Eric, Unboxing Riley Martin, and Unboxing Bigfoot It Is on Hackride Studios channel. And Edge Files last night was maybe our best show. It was probably the most perfect show to end the year. It was so much fun. Check it out. It was great. But next episode is going to be my episode, and I'm still kind of deciding on what my topic's going to be. Anyway, but yes, and also Gummy Chainsaw is my co-host on Skeptical Robot. Please check out his stuff. He has his own YouTube channel, and you can also find him on X.
Truly talented, absolutely amazing Gummy Chainsaw. Yes, and don't forget to go subscribe to Luigi Greenberg. Ham Hands coming in for $2. Great show, guys. Happy New Year's. Fuck Husey. We can finally say now that that asshole is gone. I hope he gets so much gout in 2026, like 3 gout, right? How many gout do you want, Husey? Yeah. Deviant Gourmet, $2. I have a 48% guess how Ava's year is going to go. A winky face. Oh
Do you
boy.
get that?
Oh
I don't
boy.
get that.
I listen. I am so excited. I think that 2025 was beautiful. I think that we had so much fun. I made so many new friends this year, and I am so thankful. And I actually don't know how to express how much it means to me that everybody has hung out, and Luigi, that I've gotten to get closer with you, that I've gotten to get closer with so many other people.
Same
that I've gotten
here.
to work with so many talented people. This has been the best year of my life. It has been overwhelming. It has been stressful. I have stopped sleeping entirely. I have been sick for 2 months straight, but I am happier than I have ever been. And I cannot wait for 2026 to bring good, helpful, wonderful, amazing things to everybody who has brought so much to me, because it's been a great year.
And you're saying that after last night's episode.
Shut up about your goddamn dinosaurs.
It has been an honor to partner with you, with my co-hosts, Gummy, Casey Day, and DJ Electra. Andy has also played a big part in 2025 for me. And also Spurg Snake, if he's out there listening, he has been a great contributor to our show. Dylan from Somewhere, you guys know who you are, and looking forward to some big things in 2026.
Yeah. 2026, it's going to be amazing. Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you again for hanging out, for supporting me, for supporting Luigi, for supporting Trucker Andy on All Apologies podcast, for supporting Vinny on the Creep Off. Don't forget to vote Vinny, for supporting Shuli on the Shuli Network, for supporting Husey on Husey Entertainment, and all of the other amazing people that I have gotten to work with this year, except for Tony from Hack the Movies, because he is not famous at all. So happy 2026. Love you guys all. Bye.
Give it a good once-over.
Giving us the once-over.
Giving him the once-over.
Give me a once-over.
Down to give us the once-over.
For a routine once-over.
Once-over. Oh, just once-over lightly.